Hi, I'm your 47th District State Representative Mark Hargrove. Thank you for trusting me to serve the many communities in our district, which includes Auburn, Kent, Renton, Covington, Black Diamond, and Ravensdale. Thank you for watching today. Before I update you on the legislative business, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to everyone who came out to the 2 town hall meetings on March 12th. I enjoyed the fact that our communities are engaged in what is going on in Olympia and how decisions made here will impact them. I also want to thank Representative Pat Sullivan and Senator Joe Fain for their commitment to our communities. I appreciated the respectful dialogue that took place. None of us agree on everything, but being able to share our opinions with one another in an environment of camaraderie is a good thing. We are all invested in the outcomes, so it is important that we all come together with ideas and solutions. I know I found the meetings informative, and I hope those who attended did as well. We dedicated the afternoon meeting to discussing education, but I found the morning meeting included a lot of our education advocates as well. The one thing I know is that 47th District residents have a delegation in the legislature that is passionate about education and, most importantly, ensuring every child has the skills to succeed in their careers of choice. One resident asked about a push in the legislature to rethink how our schools engage students. I believe that if we want to address the dropout rate, we must allow those on the ground closest to our classrooms to employ creative ways to get kids who may otherwise drop out of school to find something they like about it. By the time you watch this video, my Innovation Schools legislation will have had a public hearing in the Senate on Monday, March 21st, which appropriately is my teacher daughter's birthday. This bill would allow local school districts working within the public school system to design a school that serves the unique needs of the student population. This would allow teachers, parents, administrators, and students to design classroom learning around where students excel and where they're struggling. It's just another way we can use our community feedback to address pressing needs in education. Just on that subject, I had the opportunity to meet with the Communities in Schools groups in Renton, Kent, and Auburn last week. This is a wonderful program where all of us can see the difference we can make in the lives of kids. The individuals working in the program are volunteers, and what they give to students is all private donations of school supplies, food, and other necessities for low-income students. But most importantly, they're investing their time in the lives of individual children. I'm always inspired when I see what all of us can do for our neighbors in need that does not involve a government program. On a little more somber note, the revenue forecast was announced last week, and the current budget shortfall is roughly $200 million, which must be addressed between now and the end of June. As we sort through what that means in terms of how the current budget needs to be restructured, it is clear that the situation is urgent. Additionally, the deficit for the next biennium grew by almost $700 million. This means our projected spending exceeds our projected income by over $5 billion. What I want people to understand is the revenue forecast is not necessarily a reflection of state revenue going down. It's more of a reflection of what spending was promised for government programs, and that tax revenue projections cannot keep that promise. Collections are not keeping up with the high expectations of budget writers over the past few years, but the overall state budget is roughly the same amount as last year. Government cannot continue to promise constituencies dollars that are not based on economic realities. And we need to get back to budgeting based on priorities such as education, public safety, and protecting the most vulnerable citizens, the elderly and disabled. Additionally, as we pare government down to its core functions, we need to recognize that government cannot continue to do everything it has. So when we see our neighbors in need, we need to step in and help them. We will all be better for doing that, and our communities will be stronger for it. More information on the budget will be coming out over the next few weeks, and I will continue to update you on it. And please feel free to call my office with questions on these or other topics. Finally, did you know that there is a Senator Jim Hargrove? I've received some angry calls from his constituents and a couple of folks from the 47th District who thought I was doing a poor job representing them. When you hear something about a Hargrove in the legislature, please listen closely to be sure whether it is Representative Mark Hargrove or Senator Jim Hargrove. That's it for this week. Please remember that my door is always open to you, and I am happy to assist constituents with finding information and working with state agencies. Please feel free to contact my legislative office anytime. Thank you for the opportunity to serve as your local representative.